All righty, we are going to go ahead and get started. I know I got a lot of emails that this wasn't the best time for some people, so we will send out this recording afterwards, just so everybody can take a listen. And yeah, so where to start? So you hopefully received the letter or email or carrier pigeon, however you heard from me about some news just affecting the financial side of things to my part of the practice. And I won't go into all of the reasoning behind it. But just so many things have changed since I have started this new practice 5 or 6 years ago. And like you probably know, when I moved to Hilliard, or shortly before I moved to Hilliard, um, the practice switched to a model called direct primary care. And that was an effort for me to be able to continue serving patients and continue to be a private physician that is led by what I feel is best for patients and not influenced by insurance or healthcare system employer rules. And I feel just super strongly about that. At that time, I chose to continue being contracted with a couple of insurances, mostly because at that time they were open to exploring direct primary care as a model as well, because they saw the value in paying physicians a monthly fee to provide comprehensive care and to be available to patients and spend more time with patients and not micro bill for every little urine test or strep test and all the things. But that never came to fruition. So they explored that for a period of time, but decided to go in another direction. And so since that time, in theory, for the people that have been using their insurance to pay for their care with me, I've been billing insurance according to their rules and providing, which means you're able to bill for anything that happens face to face, whether face to face on Zoom or face to face in person, and according to their fee structures and what they say counts as medicine. And so I say in theory because the reality is the billing systems have changed probably 2 or 3 times. Billing requirements have changed 2 or 3 times over the years, and the back end systems that practices have in place to appeal claims and file claims and follow up on claims is so robust that I never chose to invest in those systems. And it's basically the systems that the computer systems and ongoing cost of care or cost of those systems would cost much more than anything that my care would pay for. So that, combined with the fact that even with those systems in place, it does not feel comfortable to me anymore to have them as a middleman. So to eliminate that from the picture and to be able to serve everyone on an equal playing field, I've decided not to bill any insurance for my care, but naturally want to be able to continue to serve you. And so the option is essentially to continue to work with your insurance to pay for whether it be specialists, testing, prescriptions, and to be a member of my direct primary care practice on a monthly membership fee. And I believe in that structure because I think philosophically, it's a fair trade in value. The way I see it is a little glimpse into my brain is when people want a primary care physician, they want to know that that physician is there for them when they need them and not just face to face. And so that might be, calling or texting with a question. It might be emailing. It might be filling out forms. It might be doing prior authorizations. It might be doing referrals. It might be writing letters to an employer or, return to work. And when an insurance company is saying, hey, you have to do this, this, and this is what your service looks like, but I'm, providing that's only 10% of the service I provide. Philosophically, it doesn't feel good. And so the way I look at a monthly membership fee, quite frankly, no matter if someone's paying me $35 a month or $300 a month, is like if you're paying me 24/7 and I want to be there for you 24/7. So I think that's from my point of view. And it's not your job to honestly care about my point of view in that way. But I did want to give you a little bit of glimpse in the way I'm, designing my career from your perspective, which is the most important. What does that do? It gives you the ability to continue to have direct primary care type service, which is um, availability to me for urgent issues, same day, next day, available for text and email and virtual visit. And additionally, basically everything that we provide in the office is bundled into that fee. So you're never charged copays or deductibles or coinsurances or anything like that. I understand that this is a little bit different than the conversation that I had, 5 or 6 years ago when I was kind of flipping the practice, because quite honestly, you've been involved in that care with a little bit of nuances, and maybe you've picked up on a little bit of nuances of like having to come into the office a little more, what have you. Um, but you've been involved in that style of care all along, almost. And so I totally understand that it's a different uh, avenue to be asked to pay for that care. Um, but my hope is that you realize that, that is continuing to not be reimbursed for care is not sustainable for the practice. Um, so, how do we meet in the middle? That is my what you read in the letter. My goal is to, both honor your financial, situation as well as honor, the service that I provide and throw the ball quite honestly in your court, and that on a sliding scale basis. So like you read in the letter, um, you pick your price. And as far as next steps, um, if you want to continue your comprehensive primary care with the practice, you just need to email that email and let us know what monthly fee that you're comfortable with. And then we need to make sure that we have all your information in the good old portal, so that that takes place automatically on a monthly basis. And that can be, we can either do that over the phone or through your portal login. And then the third piece of information that we need is just your preferred billing date. So it's if hey, the middle of the month falls at a good time, you can pick anywhere. I think we wrote in the letter between November 15th and the 30th. And then that's the date you'll be billed every month. if you ever need to change it, of course, we're totally open to that. We know things happen. As far as what I guess I would think of as the FAQs, the questions that I get the most about the model or the membership fee is related to how it works in combination with insurance. Um, I think it's so interesting that, we are brought up in a healthcare system that overlaps medical care with insurance so strongly, and we feel that the insurance company has such a hold on our seeking of medical care. I feel really strongly that we should view medical insurance as a payment method, just like a Visa or Discover card or cash or check. And so I really and separate our medical decisions, what's best for us, what type of medical care we want from that payment method. And of course, we live in the real world. We have to consider our finances, right? But my job is to always offer the best medical care, the best medical advice, and then find a way how we can make it work financially. I hate to hear stories of maybe, physicians or, systems or, insurance companies where the messaging subconsciously or very consciously is that if my insurance doesn't cover it, then I don't need it. I don't really hear that conversation in any other insurance worlds, interestingly. If my car insurance doesn't pay for my tire rotations and um, oil changes and gasoline and car washes, I never think that I don't need to do that. Or my home insurance doesn't pay for, certain things. I know I still need to do them. And so there's always that conversation, there's always that differentiation between like what is best for me and then how can I make that work financially. So that's just kind of one of that's really the strongest philosophical differences that becomes really obvious when you're paying a membership fee for comprehensive primary care. Um, and the other things our practice provides as far as health education and access to discounts on supplements and wellness services and all of that. And so it's important for us to realize just because you in theory, you're not using your insurance to pay for my care doesn't mean that you don't have access to my right to practice medicine, which is prescribe and order testing and all of that. Now, there always is a little asterisk in that, there are some medical plans out there that are extremely restrictive, and they say, hey, if you don't see our doctors, then you have to go through our doctors to get if we're going to pay for your testing or what have you. As far as everything that I've been told by Medicaid, CareSource, all the other managed Medicaid plans, certainly by Ohio Healthy, Optima as PPOs, and Medicare, I have done everything that I can do to be recognized as what they call a prescribing and referring physician. So I am still on record with Medicaid, with CareSource, with all the insurance companies as a fully licensed board certified prescribing and referring physician. And so no matter if I have a contract written with your insurance company or not, if I write a prescription or make a referral, that should be able to happen. There is a little bit of, as you can imagine, with the government or red tape or what have you. Sometimes you don't know until you try. And so I've never not had a contract with CareSource to make sure that it works and make sure that we don't have to go through that process. But I can tell you that with other Medicaid HMO plans like Molina or Buckeye, I have patients that see me currently that could go to a Buckeye physician and pay nothing, or go to a Molina physician and pay nothing, but they pay a monthly fee, and I've never had any problem with um, them filling my prescriptions or helping them coordinate their care. Same thing with Medicare and all the other smatterings of insurance. So that's usually the biggest questions that I get are, why do I have to pay you anyway? And hopefully I've explained that situation. And is it going to affect, how I use my insurance and other more expensive aspects of care, like prescriptions and referrals and prior authorizations and all of that. And, I think I've, we've done enough legwork, with CareSource and explaining the situation, as well as, had patients who have had similar insurance situations that see me, that I think we've encountered all the roadblocks that we possibly can, and I think we've troubleshooted them. I've had a couple of patients call CareSource proactively and ask the question, if a out-of-network doctor writes a prescription for me, can I still fill it with my insurance? And the answer has been yes. So that's another, reassurance that we have. So if you have any questions, absolutely pop them in the chat, or feel free to email me. hello@drpaige.com is the best email to send those questions to. Although you know how we are with all the technology, you can text or call or spruce or email or portal message. We're gonna narrow that down. That's on the to-do list to make things simpler electronically. So yes, if you have any questions, be sure to send them my way, and we'll go from there. Oh, that's an excellent question. I'm glad you brought that up. So the question that came up was, can you explain the different tiers? And I don't know why I didn't think to talk about those different tiers on this call. So when we talk about the memberships that we offer, what I've been referring to in this chat is what we call direct primary care, is kind of the model that is known across the nation. Signature primary care is obviously that component of our practice. So signature primary care membership includes all of complete access to me, 24/7 access for urgent issues, same day, next day appointments, the texting, virtual care, access to our events and educational things that are open to the whole membership. Let me see, I'm going to forget things. And you get a discounted rates on our wellness services. So that's counseling, coaching, nutrition, acupuncture, massage. So you can see those professionals for $80 instead of $125. And so that's kind of the direct primary care model that people sign up for $85 a month. And I would like to offer you to sign up on a sliding scale anywhere from $35 to $85 a month. So that's kind of the signature primary care membership that I kind of assumed that that's all we'd be talking about today. About, how long has it been? A year ago, almost a year ago, we developed what I call wellness memberships. And so we have signature primary care plus wellness services. Now you can bundle them together into a really innovative name, primary care and wellness memberships. And so those are the membership levels that are different tiers include those wellness services. So a little bit of background behind it, inspired by, these monthly massage memberships that you see everywhere with the massage envies and hand and stone and this and that. Um, I love the fact that they're able to offer those services at a discounted rate. And probably more than that, they allow you to have a little bit of accountability to that self-care every month, right? So if I'm paying for a massage membership, I am more likely to dedicate that time to myself and actually use the massage, right? And so when I think about these wellness services, whether it's, you know, meeting with a dietitian because you want to improve your nutrition, your diet, whether it be for general purposes or diabetes or weight loss or hormone balance, whatever the case, whether it's a massage, acupuncture, meeting with a personal trainer and mapping out a plan. My thought process was really everybody needs some kind of visit like that once a month. And so we all should be taking time for that self-care, whether it be more maybe what we would consider the frou-frou self-care and massage, or more dedicated towards physical health journey like personal training and dietitian, or whether it's dedicating time to for our mental health through the counselor. And so we developed the membership tiers to include not only the primary care, but on one tier is access to a wellness service per month at a discounted rate. And then at another tier is access to a wellness service a week at a discounted rate. And so maybe I can pull those up and share my screen. And so depending on, what your health goals are, you may want to dedicate one visit a week to your health goal and say, you know what, I need all of the above. I want to get a massage a month and meet with a dietitian every month and meet with, personal trainer once a month and do acupuncture once a month. And you kind of mix and match. Or maybe you need access to, really a deep dive in the counseling arena and you want to do weekly counseling periodically. So you can kind of mix and match depending on what you need, and depending on the frequency, whether weekly or monthly. The only real kind of caveat to that is when you're switching between tiers, whether it's just the primary care or if you're adding on a wellness component. The basic wellness membership, it includes the wellness service once a week or once a month, I'm sorry. And then premium includes the wellness service once a week. You dedicate yourself to a 3-month period of time. So if you're going to do the premium membership, you do that for at least 3 months. And then if you want to go back down to basic, that's fine. If you want to go back down to just primary care, that's fine. But we only really allow switching every 3 months. Okay, let me share my screen, because there are a lot of other little goodies that come with that. But that's the main difference is that, primary care is primary care, and the wellness membership tacks on access to all of those wellness services. So we talked about direct primary care. With the wellness membership, in addition, well, let me kind of go out a little bit out of order here. So primary care membership includes the in-office testing. If some people need, help paying for outside of office testing, we're able to discount that, or you can use your insurance. You get in-house discounted pricing on supplements. We have kind of a spattering of recommendations when it comes to out-of-office supplements and wellness products that we're able to offer a discount on. This is the one-on-one wellness services that I was mentioning with the primary care membership. I'm going to confuse you guys even more here. New patients, as of a certain period, you probably got that mailing a while ago. The new patients that sign on for just primary care don't get discounted wellness services like you all would because you are the OGs. You are grandfathered into all of the benefits that we established when I flipped the practice 6 years ago. The newbies, in order to get discounts on wellness services, need to be dedicated to a wellness membership. So don't let this confuse you. Wellness services with the primary care only membership for you are discounted to $80 a month. And for the basic membership, you get one per month. For the premium membership, one per week. And then with the wellness memberships, we also have an online health coaching program where we go through just kind of the basics related to general health that can be oriented towards fat loss, hormone balance, improving your energy, controlling your diabetes, really helping or reversing chronic illness is what it's oriented towards. The reality is most of the people in there are on a body composition journey as well as improving their overall health. So that's included in the wellness membership. And then you see kind of the breakdown on some things we're always in development related to our events and workshops, which you will continue to get invites to, and devices, our body scanner. So just a bunch of fun things out now and in development for the rest of the year and this year. And then that's the breakdown on that pricing. So for the primary care membership, anywhere from $35 to $85 a month. And then for the primary care plus wellness services, that's $167 or $327 a month. So hopefully I did not confuse more than, or I didn't confuse more than than help explain the different tiers. So, but I don't want to confuse the conversation too much, and that the focus, of this talk really was to make sure everybody heard directly from me, why we have the need to switch from, billing your insurance for my services to including everyone in the membership, and try to kind of put out there some of those frequently asked questions about the why, as well as how you'll continue to have insurance benefits outside of our office. So, alrighty, well, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, and as usual, I can just blab, blab, blab. So please let me know your thought. I understand that this, it's not the ideal, let's just be honest, it's not the ideal for anyone. It's not the ideal for anyone when you have to, come to the people that you love and serve and tell them, by the way, you're going to have to pay when you haven't had to pay for a long time. But also, it was a necessary thing to do. So our next steps will be just send an email to hello@drpaige.com with any questions, with opt-in amount that you want to pay, with your desired billing date, and we can help you get a credit or debit card on file. And of course, it goes without saying that I want you truly to make the best decision for you. And if that involves helping you seek another primary care physician, I will support you in making that happen and making sure that happens smoothly. It's absolutely my desire to continue to work with you and continue to provide services in a really comprehensive way. But obviously, I want you to do what's best for you and your values and your individual situation. So open to questions, and I wish you the best, and I'll talk to you soon.